Hello there, world of tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be talking about the 3 worst premium tanks in Tier 8. A lot of times, I make videos on the best tanks, but how about I make a video on the 3 tanks that you should stay away from the hardest? These 3 vehicles are tanks that I don't find enjoyable at all to play in, and that I wouldn't recommend you play either. The first one we have is the American Tier 8 Premium Tank Destroyer, the TS5. This tank, on paper, seems okay. It has decent armor, it has alright DPM, and pretty good levels of penetration. The problem is, it's slow, and while its armor is effective in some values, in most of the times, it's not. You're going to watch this game here turn from a super easy victory into a trash defeat, and you can see why I don't really like the tank. It gets tracked constantly because the tracks overhang over the hull, and the worst part is that the gun sucks, I'm sorry. They give it this great pen, amazing DPM, and then the worst dispersion ever. And I hate when Wargaming does this. They take these vehicles, which are already struggling in terms of their mobility and everything else, and then they suck away their accuracy. But, we'll see. Already we're up to 1500 damage. I've got my adrenaline cooking, and we're going to aim it on the lower plate of the smasher. Boom! Another nice shot. We've now dealt 2000 damage and taken off half of that smasher. That's pretty good. Right now our team's doing alright. We're going to aim it on the ISU. Nice 380 damage shot. And that player bounces us. Okay, we've blocked 1800 damage. You're probably thinking to yourself, wow, TS5's really, really good, Droodles. What are you talking about? Well, let's keep going here. Got the Eric. We're going to aim it on him. Got to wait a little while, but we got our shot fully aimed in. 2800 damage. Alright, let's move up a little bit. We got the Smasher over here. Obviously, I want to take the Smasher out of the game, so get a super easy shot into that player. Now I'm trying to think of what the best play is to make. And my decision is to go for the Eric, because that's a mobile tank, it's a big threat, I need to take that player out of the game right now. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to push right up on this player, and let's try and take them out. We got shot once. You can see the awful traverse speed this thing has, but we get a lucky high roll. We take the Eric out of the game. Now it's me versus a 2-4 switch platoon with a Tiger that has pretty good health. At this point, I'm pretty confident about winning this battle. All our Tiger has to do is stick with me, and it should be a pretty easy victory. Now, of course, I'm not going to be able to do anything to that Forest Witch right now. So what I want to do is make sure that the other Forest Witch doesn't try flanking or anything. So I'm going to move up over here. We're going to head wide, and we'll see what I can do. Here we go. Nice. Okay. I do get spotted in the crossing, but that's fine. We got the flat side of this enemy Forest Witch. Should be a pretty easy pen. Alright, let's aim in. Easy. Oh, yeah, that's right. Now, shell misses. Gotta love the accuracy of this tank. Thank you very much. Alright, well, now we have the enemy Forest Witch on my side over here. So we're gonna get to a side. Oh, that one hits. Okay, that was a nice snap. We've dealt 3,800 damage now. One Forest Witch is a one-shot. The other one still has 1,000 health, and our Tiger is now rushing out to kill himself. So I have to try and shoot this Forest Witch. So here we go. Let's aim it on his vehicle. Ah! Of course. Of course. Armor not pierced. All right. Well, let's try again. Let's aim it on the Forest Witch. This time we get a penetrating shell. 350 damage. Let's reload again. And here we go. Another nice 350 damage shot. Okay. Well, we get a bounce from that guy, and I get tracked. And just like that, my game's over because of that. How fun. If I didn't get tracked, probably would have been completely fine. Would have cleared that Forest Switch and been able to turn to the other one, and I wouldn't have bled that shot. But this tank is slow. It has no mobility whatsoever, and the gun is irritatingly inaccurate. And because of that, when you add all these things together, it just creates a very, very unenjoyable experience. I would not ever recommend to get your hands on this vehicle. As always, I know there's going to be some people that try to stand up for this tank. So it's my favorite tank, Droodles. I don't care, bro. This thing sucks. I'm sorry. I don't understand why it has to be so inaccurate. That's what I don't get. It's .292 with refined gun. But if you're not running refined, the actual base dispersion of this vehicle is .344. Why? You're slow. You have no gun depression, too. That's the goofiest part. You'd think, oh, it's an American tank. 5 degrees of gun depression. So you have no gun depression to work a ridgeline. You have a massive hatch that everybody can shoot, and you even saw that in that last game. I got bullied by 2 tier 7 autoloaders. Like, it's just... I don't hate this tank. I just don't understand why you would ever buy it. That's what I don't get. The only reason I would ever see somebody driving this vehicle is because they got it for free in a crate. Don't get your hands on the TS5. Next, we have the VK16801P. This is a Tier 8 German heavy, and it's a flat worse VK10001P. I know, people are going to crawl into the comment section and say, oh, but what about gravity force? Sure, this tank is great for gravity force, but let's be honest. Two separate things. First of all, gravity force is only available once every few months, if that, so purchasing a tank so that you can play it once every couple of months is probably not the best decision. The second thing is that the VK100 is the second heaviest tier 8 in the game. Do you need to spend money on something that's a little bit heavier when both of them weigh over 100 tons, both of them are really good at ramming? I should also mention that the KV5 exists, and the KV5 is legitimately one of the best tier 8 premiums, and it also weighs over 100 tons and goes double the speed of this tank. So if you really want a good vehicle for gravity force, any of those tanks I listed are going to be better. The problems with the VK168 are numerous. The first one is the armor doesn't really work. You have a massive hatch on the roof for some reason. You have a lower plate, which is huge, and the track wheels don't really give you any added protection. Shells go right through your track wheels and pen you anyway. Then we have the fact of the tank only going 20, its gun being an incredibly inaccurate disaster. And when you pair all these things together, you're just in a big, hot mess. And honestly, if the VK100 didn't exist, this tank wouldn't be in today's video. But the VK100 does exist. It's a tech tree tank that anybody can get their hands on for free just by playing the game. And that tech tree heavy has more armor. It has the same alpha damage on a much, much better profile. And that's really the problem. Like, why would you ever drive this tank when you can drive just a flat better version and it's free? That's the big question you have to ask yourself. I'd love to be able to shoot that ROM Panzer, but evidently, even though they're right there, I was about to say, even though they're right there, I can't see them. By the way, this gun is not accurate. And there you go. How did that pen me? I just got penned in the upper plate. Okay. That's what I mean, though. This tank's armor sucks. I don't understand how we just got penned in the upper plate. I don't think anybody can even explain that one to me. That actually makes zero sense. But let's move up and see if we can maybe get some damage over here. I mean, we're in a pretty awkward map for a super heavy in general. There you go. Nice shot into the T-2060-5 at least for 400 damage. Oh, we have a lightweight on our side. Alright, we got a little bit longer left on our reload. Reloading, and let's see if we can get a shell into the K2. Boom. Another low roll, but I guess it's a pen, so I'll take it. Alright, we got our adrenaline cooking, so we're trying to get out as much effective DPM as we can here. 3, 2, 1, can we HE that? I'm not going to go for it. 460, there you go, we got an average roll, not bad. You can see, like, the alpha damage at least isn't the worst on this tank, but it does have a really, really long reload to make up for this alpha. Oh, we got penned by you. Alright. Can't hit that player, so that kind of sucks. Let's see if we can hit the ROM Panzer. Oh, we do. 524. That's pretty nice. Too bad we've gotten penned in the hatch every single time. Oh, thank you. 500 roll. How fun. Will we get a single bounce? Probably not. Probably not. Alright, let's give the ROM Panzer a nice little love tap for 120. Let's get a nice shot into them. We still haven't gotten a bounce yet. I want to clarify that. Not a single bounce from this player. Oh, still not a bounce. We're going to die to them. We literally have not gotten a single bounce from this ROM Panzer. That's crazy when you think about it. Wow, we got a bounce! We did it! We got a bounce! Oh my god. Oh my god. But you can understand my problems with this vehicle. We're in a super heavy, and we've gotten one bounce. Like, and it's not like we're angling it bad or anything. It's just the armor on this tank is utterly useless. VK100 would have gotten plenty of bounces. We have like 3 pens in our hatch. We got a pen in the turret cheek. It's just, it's definitely not my cup of tea. And I don't think it's really anyone's cup of tea when it comes to this style of vehicle. The only thing that I like about this tank is the alpha damage. It does hit hard, right? Being able to roll 460 to 450 damage a shot feels really nice. I'm not going to sit here and say anything negative about that. But everything else about the vehicle is just awful. Alright, let's move up. Let's see if we can get a shell into the lightweight. They were right here, but obviously they probably left. We did have a tank in the base cap. I'm probably going to sit in the base cap. Oh, Maybe not. We have the lightweight spotted. A boom. Nice high explosive, taking them out of the game. Well, we actually did okay this game. We probably did over 3,000 damage. Something I always find funny is people think because I say a tank is not good, it means you can't have a good game in them. Like, I remember in the past I made a video, I don't even know what the video was on, maybe the Object 260. And I had like a 6,000 damage carry when I was also saying that I don't really like the tank that much. And there were a lot of people in the comment section that were saying, how dare you say you don't like this tank and then have like a 6k game? And I'm like, bro, the 116 F3 is one of the worst tier 10s in the game. It's getting a big buff next update. If I make a video saying the tank sucks and I still have a 75% win rate and 3k average in it, it doesn't mean you can't do well in it. It just means you do worse in it compared to the other tiers around it, and it's an unenjoyable experience because of that. That's the same thing about the VK168, right? I've got good stats in it, 2,500 average damage, but look at my win rate, bruh. 56%, that's awful because you're too slow, your armor doesn't work. If you want a good German super heavy, play the VK100. With that being said, we arrive to the final tank that I would never, ever recommend to get your hands on, and that is the Blitz Nation Heavy, the Kettzel. I'm being legitimately honest, this is the worst tank in the game. Not even in tier 8, this is the worst tank in the game. This thing freaking sucks. I do not understand why Wargaming put it in the game. I'm not sure what the balancing decisions behind it were. Let's talk about the Kettzel. It weighs in at over 100 tons if I'm not mistaken, but it's awful at ramming. Take a second to think about that. It is the worst traverse speed I've ever seen. It has absolutely zero armor. The lower plate is a huge weak spot. The upper plate has angled parts, which are also weak spots, and the side armor you would think might be okay at side scraping until you realize that it has cutouts that you can shoot inside of. See these little cutouts here? That whole spot there is an actual weak spot. Why? I don't know. Look at the traverse speed on this thing. It is the most unenjoyable tank to drive in the game. There are very few vehicles that I can name that make me want to slit my wrists more than this vehicle. It has nothing going for it. It doesn't have special gun depression, it doesn't have good DPM, it doesn't have good accuracy. All it has is my 600-pound life tagged on the name. That's it, I guess. I like how our Carnarvon Defender is camping as far back as he humanly can in spawn. Ah, yes, I'm scared the enemy's going to get me. I'm in a defender tank. I must defend. Well, I'm not moving up. I'm not moving up, especially if I don't have a teammate to support me, so I'm going to sit back here. Let's see, we got the 252. Boom! Look at that! 372! Boom, boom, boom! Alright, we reload. By the way, this tank only has like 310 alpha. I should clarify that. Oh, there's a VK100. Oh, we got a bounce. Boom! 334. Get beamed on. Ho, ho, ho. Alright, let's put on our adrenaline. We're going to rip into this guy. Look at the DPM go. Oh, yeah. 289. Yeah, you're starting to see the tank's amazing capabilities. Alright, let's aim it on that VK again. Nice 325. I gotta move up so we can get some bounces here, possibly. Let's see. Maybe we can shoot the... No, I don't know. We got... Oh, I don't want to be shot by the 252. Boom. Oh. Bro, what is going on here? What is this? What is going on? The funniest part is that our Carnarvon Defender actually just gets to not bleed any health while I have this all happen to me because he's just camping in spawn. Well, that was fun. Yeah, there's the Kettzel. It sucks. There's sometimes I let people have opinions, right? If you say I like the TS5, good for you. If you say I like, you know, the VK168 for some reason, good for you. If you say you like the Kettzel, you just should never share your opinions to humankind again. That's what I'm going to say. By far, the worst tank ever. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, though, and if you'd like to see more content like this, please consider smashing that subscribe button. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.